Hello everyone, welcome back to another video of my channel. I am Kishalay. I hope you all are doing well. So why did I join as a PhD candidate at IIT Kharagpur and why not at IISc? This question has been asked to me by many people, and they used to wonder that I was a MTech student at IISc, then suddenly why I came to IIT Kharagpur. Why didn't I convert my MTech to a PhD there at IISc, and why suddenly I came to IIT Kharagpur? Because IISc has a better brand value than IIT Kharagpur undoubtedly. So whenever it's natural to get wondered, because whenever you people will be thinking of joining a PhD, I know that first of all you will be dreaming of going to IISc and doing PhD there. That is natural, but there are some myths that should be broken, and it's a long story actually that why did I come to IIT Kharagpur. It is not a decision that I have chosen just in one day, so it's a long process, long story was there, and the story of how did I end up being at IIT Kharagpur, and when I was deciding to join PhD, I'm deciding to pursue PhD at India, so why did I choose IIT Kharagpur, not IISc? So the whole story I am going to share in this particular video, so please do watch the video till end. And before starting the video, as I always say, if you are new to this particular channel, please subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon so that you get all the notifications regularly. Without further ado, we'll start into today's video. So the story started in my final semester of MTech in 2020, when I was looking for a research associate or kind of research intern position in different IITs and different private research labs like Microsoft Research and Google Research and IBM Research. Because by then I was pretty sure that I will be joining any of the companies, I will be pursuing PhD, and my idea was that I will be joining any of the institution as research intern. I will be working for some time there, and then I'll be applying to different foreign universities, and for that I need recommendations. So that's why I was looking for research intern position, so that I can work under someone and get some recommendation from there. And that was the idea of doing research internship. But as you know, in 2020, since March, lockdown was imposed, COVID had started, so there was very less opening in the private organization like Google, Microsoft Research, IBM Research. There was not much opening because all the companies had frozen their recruitment by that time, so they are not even taking research interns by that, because that time the situation was very strange. No one knew actually that how the situation will go. So I was talking about like March, April month of 2020, when COVID had just started, and I was applying to different companies for a research interns position. And then I started applying to different IITs. So I started mailing different professors at different IITs, but the situation was similar. I mean, even in different IITs also there was not much recruitment opportunities. So very few professors actually replied me. One of them was the professor from IIT Kharagpur, Professor Nilay Ganguly, under whom currently I am working. So he replied me back, and he told me that whenever you will be coming back to your home, just come and meet to me. And few professors from IIT Bombay also had replied to me. So these are two institutions replied me back that there are some opportunities, IIT Bombay and IIT Kharagpur. Apart from that, all the other IITs like IIT Kanpur, IIT Delhi, IIT Madras, even IISc Bangalore, also few labs I have mailed. So they were not responding because situation was difficult that time, and there was not much opening there right that time. So yeah, this is how the thing started. And in the month of May, I had only these two opportunities left for me. So I applied to IIT Bombay and IIT Kharagpur, and suddenly even in the IIT Bombay also situation got changed. I hope you remember, Maharashtra was the most affected state in 2020 by COVID. So they also informed me that they won't be able to take me because the position for which they were recruiting a research assistant job, so that position got frozen. So only option left to me was IIT Kharagpur, and by that time I was here in the same in my home. So IIT Kharagpur was actually a very natural choice for me to join because it is close to my home. So I just met Professor Ganguly there in the month of July. And one thing I will just mention here, Professor Ganguly, Nilay Ganguly, he also works in the similar domain in which I was working in my MTech. So my MTech research was on graph representation learning, and Professor Ganguly and his group also works in the graph representation learning. So there was a natural mapping from my MTech project to the project he was recruiting. So here also the work that he just demonstrated me in our first meeting. So I just went to the campus and met him, I think in July, and he described me the project. So it was also related to graph representation learning, but the data was related to chemistry. So the project was quite kind of, I was comfortable in that zone, because in MTech also I was working on graph representation learning, and here IIT Kharagpur also was getting a project which was related to graph representation learning. So I talked with my MTech guide at IISc, and he also suggested me, because I was working on graph representation learning, so he also suggested me that you can go and join there, because first of all it is your home place. Now you don't have to move anywhere, though that time it was working from home, but even if it happens that you have to go sometimes to the campus, it was your hometown. You can go and meet the professor or meet the lab members. And secondly, he is working on graph representation learning, so you already have expertise in graph representation learning, because I had done some work during my MTech tenure at IISc in graph representation learning. So it will be very helpful for me, so that I can quickly grab the project. So this is how whole thing started. So I had just one opportunity in my hand as a research assistantship. Out of all the places I have sent the mail, and this was the only option for me, and I joined as a research associate position here in IIT Kharagpur in complex network group that is kind of headed by Professor Ganguly here. So this is how the whole thing started in 2022 July or August month, like this. Now I started with this project that was related to graph representation learning in materials and chemistry. So within couple of months we were able to design a model, and which was performing better than the baseline model. So our proposed idea, which I have discussed with few of my collaborators in the project, so we have discussed an idea, and I have implemented that one, and within I think October we had a result that was pretty good, and we were looking for publishing it into some publication. Now that time I started looking for PhD opportunities in the abroad. So there are few places I started sending my CVs and started applying for the PhD position. Now the issue was that year GRE and TOEFL was exempted in many of the places, and I also didn't have any opportunity to appear for the GRE and TOEFL, because I am staying at IIT Kharagpur town, and for GRE and TOEFL at least I have to go to Kolkata, but that was not possible in 2020 because COVID was at its peak in October or November. So I was only applying to the places where GRE and TOEFL was exempted. But the point is, though it was mentioned that GRE and TOEFL will be exempted, but if you submit the GRE and TOEFL, if someone submits his GRE and TOEFL score, he or she was given the advantages. That I realized later. So I have applied to different places, and I was rejected. So I didn't get any call from any good universities where I have applied for the PhD. So that experience maybe I'll share in some different video, that what are the things you'll be needed for applying to abroad. But my overall experience was not that good, and I was applying to different places, and parallelly we were writing the paper that we have worked. So then comes that as my foreign opportunities was gone, so I have to decide now where I will be joining in India. Now the point was, if I join in any other universities in India like IIT Bombay or IISc, then I have to start again from the scratch. Like whichever professors I will be joining then, so it will be like if I move to suppose in IISc, so whichever professor will be joining, I have to again start from the scratch, and IIT Bombay also start from the scratch. But here at IIT Kharagpur, I have already started a work, and one paper was in progress, and the next two ideas was kind of fixed. So I knew what to do next for at least 2 projects. So the 3 projects was kind of ready-made for me, and 3 idea means 3 papers. So one we were already writing by the end of December, and there are 2 other projects that we knew that what we need to do. So my natural choice was to continue this particular work that I am doing at IIT Kharagpur, because here I don't have to start from the scratch, because one difficult part of PhD tenure is to finding out the problem statement, where you need to spend a lot of time doing literature survey, whatever the work has been done on a particular direction, and then find out the problem that you want to solve. So this phase is a long phase. I mean, typically in PhD first year is to dedicate for this work, where you used to read a lot of papers, you used to discuss with your professor, and then you finally find out one problem statement which you try to solve. So this part was if I join any other institution like IISc or IIT Bombay, I have to start from the scratch, and I have to do all of these things. But at IIT Kharagpur, one of the advantage I had was because I was already part of that project. I had already done one work which was we were writing the paper. So I already had a prior idea, and I already had 2 problem ready-made for me in my hand. So that's why I decided to stay at IIT Kharagpur. And one more thing I will just mention here, in PhD this institution doesn't matter that much. Institution is secondary. Whichever guide you are working under, that is the most crucial thing in PhD. I mean, I am not saying you join any of the institution and come do your PhD. That is not the case. But these IITs or IISc, they are almost of similar brand. Obviously IISc has overall better ranking, better brand. But if you are considering doing PhD, even if you join lower IITs like IIT Kanpur, IIT Kharagpur, IIT Madras, compared to IIT Delhi, IIT Bombay and IISc, if your guide is really good, then it doesn't matter that much. Your work matters. Whatever work you will be doing in your PhD tenure, that matters, and for that your guide has to be very good. And whichever professor I am working currently, Professor Ganguly and Professor Pawan Goyal, so both of them are very renowned in their field at India and internationally also. I mean, you can go and check their Google Scholar page. They have pretty good citation and H index and all. So they are doing very good impactful work in their field. So that's why my guide was really good in the field of graph representation learning. And overall, the group I am working currently, Complex Network Research Group, that is also a bit very renowned in India. So I will be given the link of my group website. You can go and check it out. So that was the thing. So that time when I had to decide that whichever the institution I will be joining, my natural choice was Kharagpur, because I was already in a flow. I already had a paper which I was writing. So obviously after that paper got published recently, and that was part of my PhD thesis now. And the next couple of work I have already done one, and I am now doing the 3rd one. So this was the advantage I got from the decision. So I didn't have to start from the scratch. Whatever the work I was doing, I just published that was part of my thesis. Second was, now it is in submission, so hopefully it will be published very soon in some good conferences, and I am now working in the 3rd one. So within 2 years now I have 3 work already done. So in PhD typically you have to do 4 works. So within 2 years, 2020, 2021 and 2022, this 2 years is just done, and I have completed 2 works already done, and 3rd is ongoing. So this is the advantage I got by this decision, and that's why I joined IIT Kharagpur. Obviously my home is at Kharagpur. That is a added bonus. I'm staying at home and working. I am most of the time I used to every day I used to visit the lab and then come back and stay at home. That is one advantage I have. But beside that, the main thing is that I have my work defined. So that is the most crucial thing, because I didn't have to start from the scratch. Yeah, that's it about this question, that why did I join IIT Kharagpur for my PhD and not IISc or any other institution in India. So I hope now your doubts are clear. and this was the only reason. I mean, I just didn't want to start again from the scratch. So I already had some bit of experience on the field. I was working already. I had a paper and I had some problem statement defined for next couple of projects, or couple of problem statements were defined. So that's the main reason that I decided to stay here. So I hope you like this video, and if you have any query related to research life or PhD life, please feel free to comment in the comment section. I'll be sharing few of the other things also related to PhD in general and my experiences, like how to select guide, how to decide topic, and all that videos I will be coming. And even I'll be sharing my overall experience of applying to the abroad universities. That a separate video I'll be making. So I hope you like this video. Please please like the video and share this video to many other people. And if you are new to this particular channel, again please subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon so that you get all the notifications regularly. That's it about today's video. I'll be meeting in the next video. Until then, bye.